Hey guys, Urban Combat Survivor here. I know I haven't been putting a lot of videos out lately. I put that one video out. It should kind of explain what's been going on. I did want to make this video real quick for a couple of reasons. I live in an area and have an exposure to things that a lot of people probably don't have. So I think maybe I have a perspective on this that a lot of you guys might not have. I believe it was Saturday. I was going somewhere with a friend, and I live in a pretty bad area, and I saw some things Saturday that I've seen before, but never quite in this way. So I wanted to, I don't know if this is really a heads up or just something to be aware of for people that might not be seeing this firsthand. Driving through my neighborhood, maybe 5 minutes worth of driving, I saw 3 instances where a group of black guys were being extremely aggressive towards white drivers going through the area. In every one of those instances, it was a white guy in a car by himself who was just driving along. As far as I could tell, none of them did anything to provoke what was going on. In the one instance, the guy's just kind of, the guy in the car stopped at a stop sign very close to my house. I saw this before I even got into my pickup. And he stopped at a stop sign, and these guys were kind of standing on the corner there. And they walked up to his car and were screaming at him, and the one guy kicked the side of his car. And as far as I could see, the guy at the stop sign hadn't done anything to provoke this, other than, I guess, be a white guy driving by. Then again, about 6 blocks up, as I was driving in my pickup truck, there was another guy in a small car by himself. He stopped at a red light, and he was stopped across from me, like we were going the opposite directions on the same street. And he was stopped across from me, and again, there was a little bit bigger crowd, maybe 8 or 9 guys, all black, that were walking by, and one of them noticed that guy in the car, and they all kind of walked over to that car and were being aggressive enough that guy blew the red light and kept driving. In the third instance, I was driving. I stopped at a convenience store called Wawa. I don't know if anybody knows it. It's like a 7-Eleven if you don't have them in your area. And a car with maybe 4 or 5 guys in it, again all black guys, cut off pretty extremely and aggressively to the point it almost caused an accident. A guy, again, in a white guy by himself in the car, and they all jumped out and were walking towards the car. Again, I didn't see anything to provoke this action. Now, I've seen behavior like this in my neighborhood before, and generally it's before a powder keg. It's before something blows. However, every other time I've ever seen this, there's been a buildup. This time I haven't seen any buildup. I haven't seen a slow ramping of aggression like I've seen the other times this kind of thing has happened. Now, none of this involved me directly. That may be because I'd probably just run the motherfuckers over, but that's just me. And I think that maybe guys that are looking to start trouble can kind of read who they're starting trouble with, and so maybe that's why they didn't choose me as a target. However, I thought it might be something that people that don't live in a neighborhood like this might want to be aware of. The only thing I can think of is that Tuesday is the elections. There's nothing going on locally that I'm aware of that would normally cause this kind of thing, or at least be an excuse for this kind of thing. So the only consistency across the board is that it was a group of black guys and a single white person in a car that kind of seemed vulnerable because they were stopped or could be stopped. So just be aware. This is something that I've mentioned this to a couple people lately, so maybe I'll throw that in. I'll throw this in a video too. What the hell? Whenever I'm driving, I think I may have mentioned this in another video. Whenever I stop, I leave a car length between the front of my truck or car or whatever I'm driving and the car in front of me. Because I've seen way too many times in my life someone that stops at a light or a stop sign very close to the car in front of them, close enough that they can't drive away if something goes down, get dragged out of their car and beaten pretty badly. Generally unprovoked. Just, people looking to be violent and be animals. So, at the end of the day, situational awareness, I think, if you live in a neighborhood like I do, situational awareness becomes kind of a second nature. So it's not something that I think to talk about often. So if you do not live in an area like this, it can very easily be formed into habit for you to be careful when you're driving. It can very easily be formed into habit to have an acceptable level of situational awareness without crossing into some kind of paranoia. Be aware of your surroundings. Look around. Don't just walk out your front door and be looking at whatever you have in your hands, or going through your purse, or going into your pocket, or whatever it is that you could be doing. Take the time when you're coming out your front door to look around. You don't have to inspect every bush, but give a sweep with your vision. Do the same thing as you're approaching your vehicle. Do a sweep with your vision. Make sure nothing is untoward. It can save you a lot of flat tires even. There might be something in front of one of your wheels that might give you a flat that you weren't aware of if you didn't look. When you're slowing down, if there's ever a situation where you have to slow your vehicle to a stop, make sure you leave room to maneuver in case anything goes down. Make sure that you look at the situation around you. All three instances that I just told at the beginning of this video, the person driving the car seemed to be utterly unaware something was about to happen. Now, I've been in an area like this long enough to know that you can spot that kind of posturing, that kind of tension, that kind of intention in a group of people. So you can spot it in an individual. You just need to pay attention to your surroundings. So just a heads up, it seems like there's some aggression building very quickly, much more quickly than I've ever seen before. And it seems very sudden. So just a heads up, keep your eyes open, people. Be aware, be ready to get yourself out of a bad situation. I guess a lot of people are probably expecting me to say something along the lines of be ready to defend yourself, and of course that goes without saying, but in my opinion, the best thing you can do is get the fuck out of there. If you feel the need to prove yourself in some way, then I guess discard this video. But the smart money, in my opinion, is on hitting the gas and driving away. Let the morons be morons behind you somewhere. I'm talking blocks and blocks behind you. If you ever get into a situation where you have no choice but to defend yourself, then of course be ready to do so, with whatever means are legally available to you. So there it is. There's my video. Real quick, I want to throw something at the end here. Shall not be infringed, Mike. You've been putting up a lot of videos. I haven't had a lot of time to put any responses together. Every time I watch one of your videos, man, there's a million things I want to say right away, and I just don't have time to make the videos right now. So there's another guy whose videos I've been watching, Spirit Critalis, I think is how you say it. That guy, again, I haven't had time to make responses, but I've been watching the videos, and when I get time, I'm probably gonna bother the hell out of both of you guys, and you subscribers are probably gonna be pissed off about it because I guess a lot of you don't care about those conversations, but there it is. So situational awareness. Keep your eyes open, pay attention, because it seems like there's a tension that just came out of fucking left field this time. Never seen it happen like this before. So there it is. Urban Combat Survivor, signing off.